getting underway pretty shortly. But as said, we're going into Mirage. That'll be map number 1. After that, we have Inferno and then Dust 2. So for any of you guys who play matchmaking, these are basically the 3 main maps you probably played while you go about your day. I doubt we see, well, in this tournament so far, we've seen Train a few times. We've seen Cobblestone. Actually, probably seen Cobblestone the most of all of the maps. I think we saw Overpass possibly once. And what does that leave? Cash. Yeah, we've seen Cash a couple of times as well. But I don't think we've had too much Inferno. We saw the guys from Team YP playing that with some dominant stuff coming out from Davkos. That was nice from him. But really, this is going to be a good map pool. I'm looking forward to this one. As said, not too sure how this one's going to go. I'm intrigued to see what happens. But anyway, it will be important to see who starts on the CT side. That's how everything's going to be going. Well, it can really go one-sided. We've seen some very one-sided games on Mirage already. I think we saw a 13-2 half on the CT side, which is pretty ridiculous. We've seen some 9-round T sides as well, though, which is, again, that's pretty high. That gets off to a great start, but both teams will be aiming to start on that CT side whenever we get underway. And, well, the reasoning behind that is, I feel like once you have a full economy on that CT side, it can be so very effective. You can obviously nade off Palace. You can nade off Ramp straight away. Molotov smokes. It makes everything a little bit harder. Obviously, middle aggression with an AWP. There's 3 different points you can push from to try and peek mid. You've got obviously short going to B. You've got the connector on A and the mid window, which is just set out basically for an AWP player. I feel like the guy who made this map must have gone, yeah, let's make this very interesting for AWP players. And then, well, even when you look towards B, you've got those very smokable areas where it's just one rundown all the way to the B site. Like, you have to think about what apartments is. It's a tunnel of spray. Like, if you spray down the tunnel and the team are running that way, they are stuffed. If you throw a Molotov in there, it's going to cover, unless you really screw up that Molotov. And I mean, you basically have to throw it into a corner. It's going to Molotov the whole lot. Same with the smoke. And it's just one of those maps where it was designed to give CTs an advantage, but the more that people progress on this map, obviously this mainly happened quite a while ago when people were just getting used to it, but as people progress, there's smoke strategies now for the A site, pushing off all of the things, but it looks like we already had the knife round. Clearly, I wasn't paying attention for that. And we're going to be underway with Arcade on the CT side. JR going to be starting off with a nice headshot, so that will get things underway. And now we're going to be seeing the push coming up onto shore. Cassandra, he's going to be close. He's got to be careful. He's going to find himself one, and then he will get taken down. Chopper going to be finishing him off. We've got Mur in the middle area having a battle. Robo, in the meantime, has taken down one, so it is a 3 versus 2. CT side, they don't have any kits, but it's not going to matter at this point, I don't think, unless Roman can do something impressive. He's found himself one. That's the start. He picks up the USP. This means only 2 shots necessary to find kills. Obviously, 2 shots to the head, one on each player. Just to clarify, so no, it's not just 2 shots. Don't be silly. But no. Can he find any of these shots? He's going to miss onto Mur. Mur, one of the star players coming out from yesterday. Hootie had a pretty good game as well. It was only really Coldy that didn't come out too well, so whether or not that will be the same, I don't know. We'll have to wait for this one. But anyway, it's going to be Hootie finishing off the round. That's going to be round number 1, going to the CT side. And they're going to be getting underway, forcing up probably with a couple of rifles and some SMGs. That's a normal style of play. GR going to be picking up the scout. It's just so that you can have those long-range battles. Because on Mirage, yes, there's the potential to get close. Obviously, rushes coming in. But there are an awful lot of positions where you can just go long-range. But anyway, we're going to be seeing the first push coming out, the force coming in. Chopper going to be finding himself 1 kill, and that's a nice start to the round. I'm not going to be finding anything else just yet, but the CT side, the scout is down. And we got a little bit of lag, not sure what that is on my side anyway, but we're going to be seeing the push coming in relatively shortly towards the A site. I think my thing's lagging a little bit. I'm not sure about this. But anyway, we're going to be seeing the push coming in. Coldy finding himself 1 kill. And a second. And then Cassandra, he's going to be going with the MP9. So, not a bad start for them. And we're going to be seeing 2 pistol players left. Mur going to be taken down. And now, well, it's all down to the player on the site. And that will be Hootie finding himself the kill. Yeah, I think my second screen is lagging a little bit. So, yeah. No, it's nothing to do with the stream. Just checked my We've had problems, that's it. We've had problems over the last few days, and I just want to check that everything's perfect for today. It is semi-finals, or semi-final and final going in. But anyway, Arcade 2-0 up. We're now going to be seeing just pure pistols coming out from Fluffy Gangsters. This is expected. They want to be getting their buy. Obviously, if you continue to force, the game can run out of control. And it's almost expected that in that second round, the team who lost the first, they'll go for a force, obviously, unless they got the bomb down. And then it becomes a little bit more complicated with the buy coming in early and stuff like that. But anyway, Cassandra going to be finding the first kill. Roman going to go down. And, well, mid-control is coming out at the moment, but the nade's going to be dunked in. We're going to be seeing JR pushing in. He wants to get on an AWP as soon as possible. Mer will close down the final player, and, well, a comfortable round for the CT side, getting off to a decent start, building off a nice amount of cash, and soon, well, very soon, we're going to be seeing the buy from the Ts. Quite a few nades coming in. Patron going to have to be very careful here, though. He's actually dropped the head armor, and on the CT side, this is definitely a plausible strategy, as the majority of the time he'll be coming up against AKs. On the T side, however, these rifles normally are not one-shot headshot. However, he's given them that opportunity. That's the one real weakness of the M4s, is I can shoot you in the head and you will not die. And although that does seem a little bit of ridiculous when you talk about like realistic video games, obviously if every single gun was one shot to the head, the game would be a little bit pointless and everybody would probably be playing with a Mac 10 or a PP, but the PP Bison. Imagine if that was one shot kill every time. That would be wonderful. Horrific, but wonderful. But anyway, we're going to be seeing the push coming in from Robo. Going to take down JR. That's a great start to the round. We're going to see another one coming out from Chopper. Cassandra does manage to trade one back, but it's still 4 versus 3 in favor of the T side. El Patron getting tagged down to 25 HP, but it does look like the bomb's edging towards that B site. Hootie, though, still on short. Going to find another one, even back up the scenario. And now, well, there really aren't many nades for the T side. The last Molotov is going to be thrown out for the CTs, and Chopper's just going to go straight through. And, well, we're seeing a lot of damage coming in just trying to push through this Molotov. There's so much time for the Ts. I'm not sure why it was necessary to go that aggressive. And now, well, Cassandra coming in from behind, going to find an easy kill. And Fluffy Gangsters, they really tried to push an issue that really wasn't necessary in that scenario. They had 50 seconds left on the clock, and they go, do you know what, let's both run through a Molotov through a window. For me, that just seems over the top. Obviously, I can't see... I do get the point that if you sometimes push through a Molotov, you can catch someone out. I've seen people get very angry about someone pushing through a Molotov. It is quite funny. But anyway, we're going to be seeing not a straight eco, a few pistols being brought up, but that's almost expected nowadays when it comes to eco rounds. There's no such thing as a straight up eco. If you ever see teams doing it, it's almost a 1 in a million chance. Just because you can do so much damage with a $300 pistol, like the P250. Little's pick one up. Roman, though, he's going for the straight-up eco, and, well, it is now 4-0. JR, again, going to be trying to earn himself some cash, but Cody going to be finding the entry kill. JR going to be having a little bit of company soon. We're going to be seeing Chopper get taken down, and this should be an easy round. But there we go. Patron going to do a little bit of damage, the potential to find himself a kill. Little looks like he'll get taken down. JR finding himself an extra $600. Mer still going a little bit aggressive. Roman going to be finished off, and, well, Mer, he only has 37 HP. It might be better to let one of his teammates push, but clearly he wants to find himself some kills. Bit of a fail flash, not going to be finding anything just yet, but the final player stuck at the top of mid, a deagle in hand. One shot to the head will do the trick. Here we go. Can he find a kill onto Cassandra? No, Mer going to finish him off. Triple kill for him in the round. 5-0 to Arcade, but nothing to worry about just yet from Fluffy Gangsters, that's sure. It's only 5-0. The 5 or 6 rounds, or even 4 for Fluffy Gangsters on the T side is enough to play with at least. You can still bring that one back. So for any of the FLG fans out there, don't get on the edge of your seat just yet. This is only the beginning. We've only seen one buy round from them so far, and now it looks like we're going to be seeing an A execute. And also we have Little on the AWP, so let's see if he can get a little bit of luck. Wow, pun. Terrible. Cassandra, Cody, going to be going aggressive. The flash's going to come out. They're going to find trades, but it's going to be the T's that come out on top, courtesy of Robo. We're going to be seeing Chopper also do a nice tag onto JR, and this is where the site now belongs to the T side. We're going to be seeing Hootie get taken down. Chopper, he finishes him off, and now we're going to be seeing Roman. He's going to plant the bomb, and this is going to be a great scenario now for the T side. The remaining CTs look like they're going to be retreating. Mer running away from the trouble in his life, and this is going to be 5-1. Fluffy Gangsters finding around on the T side, and, well, at the moment they have 4 players alive. JR is going to be going aggressive, though, finds himself a kill, down to 3. And the T side, well, you have to talk about the fact they don't have a huge amount of cash just yet, but it is a lot easier to build cash up on the T side. Resetting the T side, if they win a couple of rounds, normally is a lot harder than the CTs, obviously because CTs need way more nades, just because they have to be slowing down these pushes. They have to survive for 1 minute 50 or 1 minute 55, however long. It's a few seconds. I don't pay that much attention, guys. It's not my job or anything. And we're going to be seeing the 2-gun save. An important round. Not sure why the map decided to disappear there, but it did nonetheless. And, well, this is going to be, yeah, a nice amount of money saved from the Ts. They do keep 3 players alive. Little, importantly, going to be saving the AWP. But as the CTs did get 5 straight rounds in a row with quite a few players surviving, and the majority of them, they're going to be able to buy up. And, well, we've got the AWP back on JR. He's going to be going aggressive towards middle. Actually looks like he's going to be boosted up. So this is going to be a short play. And this is what I mean. There's so many avenues to play mid from. Unfortunately for him, it looks like the majority of players are going to be going towards this A push again. It worked so well last time. Why not try it again? That's sort of the Virtus Pro mentality. Rinse and repeat until the CTs can stop you. And let's see whether or not Arcade are able to do just that. Cody's going to be still around the site. He hasn't been pushed out by any of these nades. And sitting in this position, they're not going to be expecting him. He's going to have to silence them 4 as well, which is great for these positions. He's going to find the tag onto Roman and get himself a 2nd kill. So a great start to the round for the CTs. Only 2 remain now. Mur finding himself 1, and Mur going to be throwing out Molotov onto the side. This is going to be burning away Roman, and he's going to get found. The bomb at least going down for the Ts. This may secure them at least something, but that Molotov is going to be the end of everything. Little going to be pushing out. Hootie taking him down, and now we see a 6-1 scoreline in favor of Arcade. Great start to the round from Cody. As said, yesterday we did see him slacking a little bit against Penta, and I feel like it is very important for them as a team that he wakes up. And, well, 6-3 at the moment. That double kill was very, very important because he stayed alive long enough that they didn't get full control of the side. They didn't get to plant the bomb, and he took 2 players down and got 1 down, about 40 HP. So, a good round coming out from him. As said, the Ts, they are going to be buying into this one. It isn't the best buy, but what you have to remember is these Tech 9s up close can be very deadly. And, well, they've pushed this A site, what, twice in a row now? They're going to go for a 3rd time. Could just be to try and almost play double mind games. Like, the CTs might be expecting, okay, they just failed on the A side. They're not going to try that again. And the Ts will just go, do you know what, let's try that again. They'll never expect us to do it 3 times in a row, especially when we lose one in the middle. That would be silly, right? Right? But anyway, we're going to be seeing the push coming in fairly soon. The beast mode going to be coming out, but here we go. The push comes in. I would have actually liked to see maybe a couple or an extra AK, just because the AWP is actually relatively difficult to use in this scenario on the A side when you're smoking out all the avenues. But anyway, we're going to see the entry kill from Patron. He's going to find himself an AK, so pretty much got everything they need, and this is perfect position from the AWP. Going to find the kill. Robo finding Hootie, and well, now the CT element of the retake is going to be almost closed out, just because pushing into an AWP, well, that's where the AWP is most powerful. And actually Little's got one as well. I didn't realize that was one of the things they actually managed to pick up. Mur, he almost gets taken out there. Roman looking away at the wrong time, but this does look like a save's going to be called out again from the CT side. It does mean that they're saving themselves economy. That is the one benefit. But now they have reset their economy twice in a row. So it will be taking a little bit of a beating. Obviously, saving these 2 players is going to be easy to buy into the next round. But buying up with 3, let's see how that one actually works out for them. As said, it is easier to reset the CT side, but if they're managing to save 2 guns every time they lose, and they've only lost 2 rounds, it does sort of get to the point where Fluffy Gangsters, they need to be hunting these weapons. But obviously, they got reset themselves. They want to save as much as they possibly can. They found themselves a couple of, well, they found themselves an AK and an AWP. I think they managed to drop that for, they swapped the AWP back out because, well, a double up on the T side of Mirage, I wouldn't say it's the best setup to have. It can be one that you bring in later on if things aren't going too well, but for now they might as well just continue with the AKs and try and get themselves a 3rd round on the board. So Fluffy Gangsters, as said, they're not in a bad position at the moment. Just realized the name of that knife is Black Knives Matter. That is, I like that name. That's a cool name. But there we go. Mur going to be finding himself the 1st kill of the round. JR getting tagged down. The smoke going to be thrown out. Mur also going to use the Molotov to push out Chopper and do a little bit of damage to him as well. Not too much just yet, so Chopper's not going to be quaking in his boots. And, well, an advantage for the CT side. And the problem is here, yes, the T's again could force into this. They'll go for another round, but they're not really doing any damage to the CT side. And if it keeps going backwards and forwards, it will end up as a pretty even half, to be honest, about 10-5. And, whoa, Little, he's going to find an entry kill into the site. JR quickly finds one back. Hootie's still on the site, and he was absolutely, well, insane yesterday. He played out of his mind. I think, let's see whether or not he can actually find himself a kill here. Little's still in the position, and he turns his back, and that's going to be a 7-2 scoreline. Arcade, they're going to keep their economy nice and strong, exactly what they want, but as said, we're going to be seeing the buy coming back from the T side. This time, it will be the majority of AKs. I don't know if Little will go for an AWP. He will, and that's going to be Glass Cannon. And that's something you definitely have to take into account at this stage, because there are a hell of a lot of nades on these CT players. So, a nade, it has the chance, a small chance nonetheless, to actually kill him in one hit. I've seen it before. I think the max I've got is about 92 from a nade, but you can do a lot of damage with one HE, so he does have to be very careful in this scenario. At the moment, he's going to be playing around the apps. Well, not the apps. The palace area, sorry. Some people call it A-apps, and that really bugs me. So the fact that I got that wrong is a little bit annoying for myself. But anyway, 7-2. If Arcade can take this round, they definitely have a great chance of closing this out with a big scoreline. Fluffy Gangsters, I feel like they need 2 in a row if they're going to be really doing some damage to Arcade and their economy. They can't just keep winning one and then getting pushed back. Although they are, as said, saving quite a bit of money each time and being able to buy back up, it will end up with Arcade getting about 10, maybe even 11 rounds. And that's not what Fluffy Gangsters want to be coming out with. They want to get 4, 5 and upwards. That's the ideal thing on the T side, especially when you have to take into account when a team gets 10 rounds and then gets the pistol, that means they only need 3. And that's sort of like, you want to have a little bit of a buffer. Even on the T side, you think, yeah, CT favored map, but you need that buffer. That's very important. There's now 40 seconds left on the clock. Still no real progression coming out from the T side. They haven't taken over very much at all. The only player who's really gone anywhere is Chopper down the bottom of mid. And, well, without finding a kill, it's going to be very hard for them to entry onto a site. And, well, JR, he's going to be jumping up, actually finding a dink there. So that is a nice start to the round. Chopper going to be low, but Cody going to get taken down. That spot is so risky playing up. Boosted there, and actually Patron finds another one, so there's still potential in this round. But the CT side, if they can drop the bomb, they may be able to save this, but no. Oh, actually, yes, they do drop the bomb. Somehow, it's going to be JR finding the bomb planter. Now, if he throws down the Molotov, he'll have to hold this. Little going to get taken down by JR as well. And this is actually a very good retake. What is this? 2 versus 5. It's now down to Chopper. How have the CT side come out in an advantageous position? The bomb is still down. That's the one thing that Chopper has on his side. But the Kobe name from Mur. What a retake. And the really important thing there wasn't, like, JR's triple kill, absolutely brilliant. Like, brilliant AWP skill, everything there. But the thing that made this round for me was, first of all, Mur takes down the bomb planter with only 14 seconds left. This causes Fluffy Gangsters to go into a slight panic. Like, they get to the point where, like, we have to get this bomb down. And Mur then throws a Molotov to just make that player have to sit in it, get tagged down, and JR just walks in. They know he's there, gets an easy frag. And by that point, they've already brought it back to what? I think it was a 2v2. I think JR had found another one in the meantime. And, well, it just made it into a point where everybody was so low, the nade gets thrown out, and, well, they just managed to win the round. And that's 8-2, and that's really hurt the economy of the T's, as said. And, well, now we're going to be seeing an 8-2 scoreline. That was the round where Fluffy Gangsters could have continued the trend, but instead they lose it. They should have won it. They 100% should have won it, but that's sort of what the clutch is. And at the moment, JR, well, he's just doing a nice amount of damage with this AWP. He's only up against pistols. Chopper has got himself a little bit of armor, but apart from that, they really are just going to try and find those headshots. Robo, well, he can go a little bit more run and gun, but I feel like run and gun with the Deagle isn't really going to be paying off. And, well, at the moment, it looks like the CTs have this firmly in control, but I thought that last round with the Ts, and anything can happen in the game that is CS. Individual plays can change things all the time. But at the moment, it looks like the CTs have got this well under control. Robo looks like he's going to get pushed out here. Coldy just holding the angle. Lovely stuff from him. The bomb's still over towards A. If it gets dropped here, this round is as good as over. And it is. So Kashandra are going to drop him. The final player just going to be pushing in. At least going to find himself one kill. And Murnau going to find the jumping USP. And that would be 9-2. And this is what I said, it was sort of the breaking point there where Fluffy Gangsters could bring it to a point where it was like 5 or 6 rounds, absolutely perfect for them. Or Arcade could build their economy even more, and it would turn into a point where Arcade look relatively dominant so far on this CT side. As said, still 4 rounds to play with. If Fluffy Gangsters get all 4, that's a great half for them. 6 rounds on the T side. If they lose all 4, they're going to be in real trouble. But we're going to be seeing the aggression coming out. Little finding that entry kill. Very important he continues to do that. If he starts to lose confidence and not able to find these kills at the beginning of the rounds, it's going to be very difficult for them. But here we go. We're going to be seeing JR under control. Very good. He's going to find himself another one. And actually, Mur was just sat there, just like, hello. Just playing the trick control. Cassandra, he's going to take down one more. And, well, Mur finishes this off. That's 10-2. And, well, the T side, they're going to be going 11-2 down unless they opt to force into this one and manage to win that force. That's the most important thing. This map was chosen by Arcade, so we expect them to be in the lead here. Yes, you will hear a slight delay in sound as I tab out, but yeah, it looks like at the moment that Arcade are in full control. That one clutch round really did do a huge amount of damage, and I feel like the score could be very different at this point if that hadn't have happened. And we're actually going to be seeing a force buy coming in, still saving a little bit of money. Obviously, after this one, the full loss bonus will be coming in, 3,400, and while JR starting off the rounds as he has done in so many, the smokes have come out, but they haven't thrown one into CT yet. We're going to see Cassandra find one. Coldie blind, but in the meantime, Mur trades back. So this is still a 3 versus 3. A couple of guns being picked up is great. Also, the nades that they found as well is nice addition to their economy. But who's he going to be pushing? Oh, no. Little went aggressive with the bomb. That's the round. That's it. That should be the round here, unless we see some clutch play from Roman. And that is just... that's not good play at all. The one thing that you cannot do if you have the bomb is go aggressive, especially towards jungle, unless you're going to be finding the kill. And, well, you sort of have to say to a player like that, yes, you may have been confident you'd find the kill there, but the fact that you've given them the bomb, they now have a crossfire setup, and that's an easy round in the end. So, Mur going to be finishing that one off, and, yeah, that was bad play in the end. That's what caused that one to go wrong. The fact that they ended up pushing aggressive with the bomb into jungle. It dropped in an absolutely horrific place. And now, well, Arcade, they're 11-2 up. And this map could have been so much closer just with a couple of rounds either side where Fluffy Gangsters have made mistakes. They had great entries into that one. That was a 3-on-3 with a couple of guns picked up. And instead, they go aggressive. They almost screw over the other players. I think that's the best way of putting it. It's like, oh, well, now I have to try and fight back for a bomb that's in a horrific position. Yeah, there's not really going to be helping anyone. But, as said, mistakes get made. People might not know they have the bomb. It's possible on many scenarios that things have happened, but because of that, Fluffy Gangsters are now in a deep hole. They're going to need the last 2 rounds to have an even plausible half. As I said, 4 rounds and the pistol, that can get you a decent start, but Cassandra going to be finding the entry kill. Roman getting ready to trade, but Coldie going to find one, and is he going to find another? Yes, he is. So 3 versus 2. We're going to be seeing JR. He's been so good so far, and I think he did just spot the legs. I'm not sure. That smoke, sometimes the smoke's a little bit more faded on the Go TV than it was in the actual game. So sometimes you might think, how on earth did they not see that? And but that's normally the reason. Either that, or there may just be, I don't know, slight problems. Also, we have the X-ray, which you sort of think you can see. Oh, look how clear his legs are. Whereas the X-ray sort of gives you that extra vision. But Patron, he's in a good position here. If he can take down JR, oh, he's going to get tagged down. And in the meantime, Coldie, triple kill in the round. JR finishes off. And, well, I said Coldie needed to step up. He's currently 10-5. Having a reasonable game. Obviously, we do still have 18-3 and 16-5 up the top of the board. 12-2 at the moment. Robo, the only one with any... well, 4-4-4. Actually, 4-12, 4-12, 4-12, 4-13. And then he's got double everyone else, which is sort of a little bit ridiculous. But obviously, kills aren't everything. Maybe those kills are just exit for kills. They're not actually anything influential. It's funny, Roman has both MVPs with only 4 kills, but Cassandra almost getting tagged down. But there we go. This is, of course, the last round of the half. I feel like the T's need to do something here, and just complete misspray from Little. Cassandra finding 2, JR going to find 1. And, well, our Patron now, a 1 versus 5 would be nice. Possibly a little bit too late in the half, but this is dominating at the moment from Arcade. Absolutely superb CT half. As said, we've already seen a 13-2 half. This is going to be another one coming out from Arcade. And, well, for me, just analysis-wise, the crucial round was that 2 versus 5 clutch. That could have been them with 3 on the board, doing damage to the economy, keeping possibly even 5 players alive. And instead, they lose that situation and they get reset. And because of that, things just spun absolutely out of control. I'm not sure if there's a little bit of an element of tilt, but you've also got to realize that Arcade, they're going to be feeling so confident going into this T side. Well, at the moment, Coldy, he's the one with the utility, got himself a P250. We have the nade and the kit on Robo, but they only need 3 rounds on the T side, and they should be able to do that. I'd be very disappointed in them if they didn't, and also very impressed with Fluffy Gangsters. But just remember, we do have a second map coming up after this. It is the pick of Fluffy Gangsters. This best of 3 will not be ended by whatever happens in this map. It could be a great comeback from Fluffy Gangsters, but whatever happens, we're still going to Inferno. And then if whoever wins this map, if the opposition then wins that map, we will be going to Dust 2. And, well, I like Dust 2. It's a cool map to watch. Normally, the Angels on that map are ridiculous, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We're going to be seeing Cassandra getting the first kill. Not the start the Fluffy Gangsters need. This pistol is crucial. Absolutely crucial. They cannot let Arcade get to 14 straight away. But anyway, we're going to be seeing Cassandra still playing in this connector area. We're going to see JR go aggressive. He finds another kill. Another player currently towards short. He's going to be taken down. And, well, now a 2 versus 5. We're going to be needing to see something very, very good. We're going to be seeing JR go aggressive. He'll find one more to add to his already ridiculous tally. And Mur, well, of course, he has to add 1 in. He's 19-3 at the moment. What a ridiculous KD that was. 6? Little bit over 6 KD. This is dominant. For all the Fluffy Gangsters fans out there, like some people, I was told yesterday, it was a similar situation where I think it was Empire were losing like 15-7, and I said, yeah, this game's pretty much over now. And they were like, oh, he's clearly bet on Torpedo. It's like, no, well, what am I supposed to... No, I definitely think the Fluffy Gangsters are going to be coming back from this. I don't. If I'm being honest, my honest opinion is, and anybody who's rational will be looking at this and saying, yeah, this is probably over. It would take something phenomenal. They'd have to pull something out. And one thing we haven't seen, this is something else that I really enjoy from teams. We saw a few yesterday. We saw Torpedo pull one out. A pause. A pause is so useful, and a lot of these teams, I don't know if it's embarrassment or what, but there's been a 5-round streak, there's been what, a 7-round streak. A pause in the middle of those could have really changed a half, especially on your T side. You can reset some tactics. But here we go, we're going to see the scout shot. He's going to tag up El Patron, not the start already for the CT side, and the nade going to dunk a little bit onto Little. He will manage to find himself a dink, but Cassandra's still spraying away. But there we go. Robo going to find the entry kill. An important start. We still have the AK standing, though, and that's going to find one back. Still a 4 versus 4. The CTs, they need to break back into this one. And they're going to be not doing that, I don't think. There's already 1 kill. We're going to see Hootie go low, but the push going to be coming in. And just the crossfire setup at the moment is great. We've got JR, and now it's all down to Roman. He finds a tag straight away. Mur down to 19 HP. The bomb, however, will go down. Mur with the potential to be dropped, but there we go. Coldy going to be finishing this one off. And now we're 15-2. But here we go. JR playing out of his mind. Mur playing out of his mind. The rest of the team still playing very, very well, but these 2 players, well... Are they smurfing, guys? Are they smurfing? Because they're just dominating the opposition. And, well, we have a final attempt at a force buy. Obviously, the T side, they've sort of... Well, in a way, we still have Hootie not buying up fully, which... I guess he doesn't have to, but... Well, let's see whether or not they'll manage to win this round. They've only lost 2 so far. As said, there have been a couple of crucial rounds which haven't gone Fluffy Gangsters' way, and that, for me, is the reason they haven't even had a chance on the CT side. The fact is, the second they lost that pistol, they really gave up any hope, just because of the fact that they had to force. They had no opportunity to get on their buyer, but here we go. At least that's 1. Robo finding an entry kill yet again. We're going to be seeing another one come out, but Trade's coming in from Mur. He's still playing out of his mind, but JR going to get dropped. A nice shot from Patron. At least there is still some skill in this team that can mean that they bring this one back, but on the next map. I'm not saying it's likely they'll bring it back on this map. I'm not a believer. I'm sorry, guys. But we're going to be seeing Cody and Mur. They are in a weak situation, and that's at least down to 1 versus 2. The AK is on the floor. Cody, can he close this game out 16-2, or will it be going for at least one more round? We're going to be seeing him getting 1 kill. 18 HP, though. A 1 shot from the Deagle should kill him. He's going to be rotating his position away. That's the smart decision. Not give anything to the remaining player, but, well, this is their best chance to at least get a 3rd round on the board. Possibly do some damage reduction, or even become with one of the most impressive comebacks I've seen in Counter-Strike. We're going to see a little bit of GoTV lag. Don't worry about that, guys. It is early days just yet. Nothing going to be going wrong, but actually there's no time. There's absolutely no time. He's going to pick up the AK. He's got to find the kill. No. It's going to be a round to Fluffy Gangsters. Woo! The comeback! Come on! There we go. Fluffy Gangsters get their 3rd round. It is a timeout. Cody going to be saving the AK. And I imagine the T's are still going to be buying into this one. They have 12 rounds to play with until they have to go to overtime. But there we go. The CT's going to be able to get a bye. And now, well, 12 rounds in a row. A very, very big ask. It wasn't, like, Arcade didn't manage to do that by any means. The most they managed to get was 7. And even that would be impressive for Fluffy Gangsters at this point. It would be at least saving them a little bit of pride. But sometimes you do have to mention the fact that fighting a comeback in a situation like this and then losing may actually be worse than just losing on a heavy scoreline. Because at least if you lose on a heavy scoreline, you could just go, that map was a write-off, we played terribly, and now we can go into the next map. Whereas if you sort of start fighting back, you might have that sort of thought in your mind that, we just wasted, what, like 30 minutes just to try and do it. But anyway, Little going to be finding the 1st kill. We're going to see Cody jump in. He's going to find one back. He finds himself a 2nd as well. Is it really going to end with a force buy? We're going to be seeing the bomb going down in the smoke. Going to take him down. Lovely stuff from Little. He's found the triple kill in this round, but it is still Mur. Mur finds 2, and now it's all down. He's going to get the triple kill. That's how this ends. 16-3. Arcade taking map number 1 in dominant fashion. We'll be back after the break with map number 2. We're going to Inferno. Make sure you don't go anywhere, guys. If you have any feedback for me, type !caster in the chat. You can directly talk to me on Twitter. I will do my best to reply to as many as I can. And yeah, we'll be back in a matter of moments with map number 2. Don't go anywhere.
Hardwell on air.
take much, it never takes much. Then I'm stumbling down the stairs after you. It doesn't take much, it never takes much. Then I'm stumbling down the stairs after you. I am lightweight. Baby, please don't leave me tonight. I am lightweight. Baby, please.
e-gaming bets. We accept bets on computer games online since 2011. Referral system for regular users and the first deposit bonus. Gaming devices store and the best choice of payment systems. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, Counter-Strike and StarCraft, World of Tanks and League of Legends. EGB.com. You know for sure who's going to win.
Getting tired of playing with the usual skins, but don't have enough money to buy a new one? Get rich fast with CSGoFast.com. CS Go Fast. It's a strong chance of winning in every game. Several rooms with different game modes. Daily, more than 1,000 games, 5,000 players, and 25,000 skins at stake. You don't need much in order to sweep the board.
Welcome back, guys. We're going into the 9th for map numero duo? Is it duo? I shouldn't have even tried that. I don't even know. I know uno. Dos. Is it dos? Whatever. I don't speak Spanish. I know it's duh for French, so I probably should have said that, but instead, let's ignore the fact that I can't speak other languages. So if there's anybody looking for an international caster, you're not looking for me. I speak UK, and no, that's it. That's literally it. Probably about 2 words in French and maybe some Russian swear words. Well, I sure I could work them out just because they've been shouting at me while playing stuff. But we're going to be seeing the knife go underway. Well, it's already gone underway. Fluffy Gangsters. Going to be looking for a comeback here. They did not have a good map by any stretch of the imagination. 16-3, sheer dominance coming out from Arcade. And, well, we really are looking for someone to really show up here. It's not been great. This is, of course, their map pick, so that's the one thing they do have on their side at the moment. You have to talk about the idea that, yes, losing your map, the opposition's map pick that heavily is not a good sign, but you now have to reset. That's the one thing they do have on their side, is it went so bad that they can just sort of go, let's just pretend that didn't happen. We're starting with a 1-0 deficit. Forget the scoreline. Let's just go back in, and now, well, I don't want to say the pressure's off, but they're not trying to close out a game anymore. They're on the comeback. They're the underdogs now, just because they've lost the first map. That's all it really is. Obviously, the odds were favouring Arcade from the beginning. I didn't think it would be as one-sided, but the first map proved me wrong for now. As said, we are going to be going into Inferno. I'm guessing they've already switched sides. I'm guessing that's the case. Let me just stay. Yeah, they've already swapped sides. So it will be Fluffy Gangsters. They're going to get the CT side, so they've at least got that on their side. That's the best possible start they could have. They're going to have the CT side. They've got to make sure they get a decent amount of rounds on it, though, because really, it was so far out of the game in the previous scenario that they didn't even get to try the CT side. So we don't even know. They may be an absolutely phenomenal CT team on Mirage, but we didn't get to see it. We didn't get to see a single buy round, and, well, you know, let's see whether or not they're actually able to do something on this map. If not, I'm sure everybody who bet on them will be disappointed, but well, let's be honest. This game isn't about the betting. It's about the CS. It's about CS. I may only be saying that because I'm not allowed to bet. Because obviously I could just before the game starts, just go, oh yeah, yeah, I'm 100% sure that I don't know, who's a terrible team. Let's use the UK. Oh, it's kind of harsh. I'm going to use the UK. Just because it's fun. But just say, like, oh, yeah, I'm 100% sure Nerd Rage was 16-0 Fnatic. I think that's probably the reason that I'm not allowed to bet. Yeah, of course. Of course Team Reason's new lineup could beat Na'Vi. What are you guys talking about? You should all go bet on Team Reason. So, yeah, I do not bet. I just want to see the best CS possible. So, for that very reason, I do want to be seeing Fluffy Gangsters showing up. I want to be seeing a close game, possibly taken by Fluffy Gangsters, so then we can go and see Dust 2, which is one of the maps I do enjoy it to cast. I enjoy casting the more T-sided maps, so Dust 2 and Cobblestone, sometimes Overpass, but a lot of the time that map can get shut down by a very strong CT side. But anyway, we're going to be getting underway. JR, he's the one with the utility for the T side. We have a Molotov on Chopper. I imagine he'll be going towards B, and yeah, that is the scenario. That is a great slowdown tactic, although a smoke could have been just as effective. Is he really going to throw this? He can't throw this out this early, surely. And, well, the kit on Robo, that's going to be main thing. It could have been to stop a rush, actually. That may have been a better way to kind of angle that, is that if they were going to rush, he could do so much damage in the early stages of the round, but it does look like they're just building up towards B. They have one player sort of causing a bit of disruption over towards the A side, but again, nothing too worrying just yet. And let's see whether or not the T side can manage to get something into this round. Obviously, it is a CT-sided map. Arcade, if they start dominating the T side, then, well, clearly the 70-30 would have even been a little bit kind. But anyway, let's see where they're going to be going. They're actually going to go straight round into the ancient area, and that's going to be a first kill for Coldy. As I said, this guy didn't have a great start yesterday. In the last map, he was brilliant. But Little, he's tapping from behind, not able to find that kill. Roman does find one in the meantime, not going to find a second though, and this does leave it into an advantageous situation for the T side. Of course, there is a kit. There's a couple of players, well, no, only one player low now. Mer does get taken down, one of the stars from the first, well, they were all pretty star quality, but the bomb yet to go down. They're getting ready to plant that behind the statue. There is one player currently towards the car. Not going to be finding any kills just yet, and the bomb still hasn't gone down. One kill does get picked for the T side as well, but finally we're going to see the bomb planted. So a lot of time wasted by the CT side. They do still have a kit, 5 seconds it will take to defuse the bomb, and they only need a couple of shots to find this one. JR very low on HP, Cassandra not so much, but JR, he just has to find one decent connection and he can take one of these players out of the round. And look at Cassandra's position. Just going to be holding. They're letting the bomb tick away. But as said, there's only 5 seconds. And look at that. 2 instant kills from the T side. Arcade get the dream start. 1-0 on the T side. And they're going to be buying back up. I expect to see the CTs do the same with some pistols. It is sort of the force buy mentality. And, well, there we're going to see Chopper buy. Is that it? No. No, there we go. There we go. It was like, why are you leaving me hanging, guys? Come on. Little was playing the AWP last game, so it's almost expected for him to try and save. Although an AWP is not the most important weapon for me anyway, or the most important thing. That's a better scenario to suggest. Like, it's not the most important thing going onto a map like Inferno. The nades are more important. So saving, sometimes going with an M4 and buying a lot of nades can be much more crucial. Especially, well, for me, on this map, I'm going to talk over this one, by the way, because I feel like it should be fairly dominant for the T side, because they've gone for 3 AKs, a couple of SMGs. So I'm just going to sort of give you a little bit of insight of sort of like what I think the AWP and how it should be played on this map. There's a lot of positions you can play it. And as you can tell from the way I sort of put the emphasis on can, it's not necessarily the way you should play it. Like, as I said, you can play Arch. Kenny S, especially in the olden days when he was God Kenny, could play Arch, and there's nothing you could really do. Obviously, you can retreat back a bit as well and go into positions, and that's lovely. That's great. You can play it towards middle, but there's a huge risk. And it's sort of like there's all these scenarios where you can play it. You can play it on banana. Aggressive pushes with the AWP. Brilliant. It can work. But the way I look at it, in many scenarios, it's like, could you play an M4 on Arch side? 100%. And as said, it is just a very quick cleanup round. So I'm going to carry on my point. For anybody who wants to listen, I don't know if there is anyone, but an M4 can be played Arch. An M4 can be played Kai. It can also be played towards the B side very passively. You don't really see, like when you see Olive Meister and Crims, most of the time it's not an AWP. It's an M4. That's just a way to point out. You can play it towards apartments aggressively, but the way that I like it to be played, the only way I like it to be played, is as a sort of like, I'm going to use the word freelance, even though it's not quite, or maybe freefall is a better word, just because you can, that's the where the AWP's most deadly, where you can just catch players out. Like, you can go car, then next round you go apps, the JW style. That's my favourite style of AWP. But anyway, the most long-winded point ever, we're going to be 2-0 up. Arcade take a very easy anti-eco round. And, whoa. Hootie going to be finding himself a kill. The HUD is not showing at the moment, but there we go. Don't know why that fixes it. If you click escape and click it again, it brings back the health. But it is just pistols at the moment. Only one player actually on this B side. The bomb hasn't decided where to go yet. The T's are still playing slow, and this is because they don't want to get caught out by any of these pistols. Going to be taking a little bit of a tag, but not seeing their kill going the CT's way. There goes the second player. And, well, this should just be clean-up kills for Arcade. They don't want to be losing any players early on. Cassandra may go down here, and yes, he will. So Roman at least going to find one. Cody, though, going to finish this off. He does actually get dinked there, so a little bit unfortunate for Roman. And actually quite a few low players on the T side. But now we're going to be seeing the buyer come in. Little, is he going to pick up the glass cannon orb? Because this has, well, the potential reward is high, but the risk behind it is also very high. He also can't afford as many nades. There's not a smoke on him. And there's only actually 3 smokes in the game, and one of my favourite strategies on this map is to just continuously smoke banana. You just keep throwing it in, and the T's are just sat there like, we literally now have 20 seconds to enter the site because you've wasted 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. Just, it's a great strategy. So about minute 15 for anybody who didn't want to do the maths there. But anyway, we're going to be seeing the push quite quickly towards banana. A very passive strategy, and where is this AWP? It is towards arch side. No surprises there. That is the most common place to play the AWP on this map. And as I said, it can be very effective. I'm not sure. Some players also, if you're an AWPer and you only like to play AWP, then it's the obvious choice. For example, on Inferno, you wouldn't really see Skadoodle go, you know what, I'm going to go down to an M4 when I can afford an AWP. It just doesn't happen because he's such a good AWPer. But we'll see how it goes. That's what I'm sort of saying. We'll see whether or not it will work for Little. I've heard some good things about this guy. Haven't seen too much from him yet. He did find a few entry kills going into the last game, but 50 seconds left on the clock. The flashbang's going to be coming in. This is a fake by the looks of things, and, well, the push is gathering towards. They're trying to rotate players over, and they're actually possibly going to be coming around the back, but Little finds one, Chopper finds another, and now they must know that that was a fake. The push, though, it has to go out relatively quickly to find these kills, otherwise the rotation will come in. They must know now that nobody else is coming towards B, surely. Who pushes 2 players through? But there's no rotation coming yet. This seems almost too risky now from the CT side. The rotation was just way too slow. Robo at least going to find one. He's still in the corner. This is buying valuable time. But there we go. JR going to find the kill. And I'm not quite sure why they didn't at least rotate one over. But they still have a 3 versus 2 retake. The most important thing for the CT side, they do need to get on the ball quickly. And Little, there we go. That AWP is coming into play. He's doing great work so far. Hootie, no health left. He's going to get taken down. And Little, well, made a great impact in that round with the AWP. So clearly a good purchase for him. Whether it will continue to be is yet to be seen. I enjoy that phrase just because it it means that I don't have to give any real analysis. I could just say, yeah, we'll find out. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, Little, he's making a great impact so far. So, well, 3-1. As I said, it was quite a slow rotation coming out from Fluffy, but it did pay off in the end. Did abandon the remaining players, but great work from Robo, because something that's very crucial on the CT side when you're waiting for a rotation, not only finding the kills, like he could have gone very aggressive there, tried to take on all 3. Instead, he finds one, and then he buys time, and that is just valuable for the rotation. But we're going to be seeing now JR on the T side at AWP. Again, not crucial, but can work if other things do not pay off. Last time they did go for a sort of split play. It didn't work because, well, it was sort of like they faked, but then the fake did nothing, and then the CTs weren't that committed. They still had a couple of players over, but Roman holding a good position. The first kill going to be coming in from Robo, but it will be traded out by Cassandra. The Molotov going to be making things very, very difficult for our patron. He's going to have to move around the pit, but he is still surviving. And that smoke actually saving him quite a bit there. He's going to find himself one. Cassandra going to find one, and JR going to find another, though. And this now leads it into a 2 versus 3. The T's, they have taken over this A site. They've yet to plant the bomb, so it's still time for the CT side to make a move here. Chopper and Little. Let's see how the AWP retake goes. Obviously, he is going to be planting on the site, so they're going to have to push right in. JR holding the apartments, and this position is very difficult to combat without any nades. But there we go. Little finds the first shot. He's expecting someone to be behind him, but Cassandra is hiding behind the box. Let's see whether or not they check this area. They don't check it properly. Chopper, he spots the player, but is almost ready to turn away. Cassandra going to get taken down, but JR, it's a 1 versus 1. He's going with the Glock. It's going to be a USP versus Glock battle. Going with the knife now, Little. And JR will clutch this one out. The 2 AWPers going hand in hand. And, well, Fluffy Gangsters, they're going to be back to what is likely to be an eco. They may go for some sort of anti-eco force, but, again, that will be high risk. And no, they're just going to go for a few pistols. As said, for me, that is the modern-day eco. The P250s with the 5.7, you sort of expect it to happen most of the time. A couple of USPs, but the T's getting off to a great for rounds on the board. And if they get too many more, this could be getting very, very scary. They had an absolutely superb CT side of Mirage, and this is arguably, well, quite well thought to be a more CT-sided map than that. So, yeah, obviously it's a different map. We don't know how well practiced Arcade are on this, but they've been a team for quite a while now. I feel like they should be pretty well sorted on this map, and they wouldn't let it get through. They would have banned it if they were terrible at it. So, well, let's see what they're able to achieve on this one. They're going to be gathering up, slightly pushing towards the A site yet again, and I suppose at this point it is just pistols in hand, but Robo up close, he could at least get himself one. He has done some great damage with these pistols in the past, but the aggression not going to pay off. Slight rotation in position coming out. Robo actually going to get taken down from behind, so he's not going to be able to do anything, and now all that is left is what is given to you as a freebie. I suppose they're technically worth $200 just because if you want to rebuy one, that's how much it costs, but if you give something for free, you don't really consider it that way. And, well, 4-1. Chopper. Just with the USP. The bomb yet to be planted. He's going to get absolutely decimated by JR. I'm just going to be sat in the corner. Roman trying to go a little bit sneaky beaky. But if he goes through that smoke, I feel like he will meet his demise. I feel like that's coming anyway. There's no point in him trying to save. He's been spotted out. You know it's going bad when you get caught out by the fact that your USP silencer gives you away. That must just be horrific. But 5-1 now. Arcade off to a superb start. And we're going to be seeing the glass cannon for Lil again. So he is quite committed to this at this point. And it's a huge investment. And as said, for me, nades are more important. And we don't see any nades on him or Robo. So they're not going to be slowing these T's down too much. And the amount of time they will be able to slow them down for is not going to be that much. We're not seeing a switch up of position just yet. He is going slightly aggressive towards mid and may be able to find an entry kill. It's going to be important that he's finding these entries. He's going to get flashed out, going to have to rotate back, and they're probably going to be expecting him towards this angle. And yeah, look, JR just already holding it, but we will see the kill from Little. So a great start to the round. Needs to be careful he doesn't get traded, though. They now know he's there. I would expect him to rotate his position. I do enjoy the position just a little bit further back, just here, because you can flash off the little post. Not that all of you will care, but just there, just be able to self-flash is very useful, especially when holding an AWP. We saw Davkos the other day holding that position absolutely perfectly with an AWP. So whether we'll see the same. As said, we do see a slight push coming in, but Cassandra going to trade that kill. Not going to manage to find one, but there we go. The push comes out, and now it's going to be... Oh, no. Are they going towards the B site? Is this going to be the perfect fake? No, it's not. No, it's not. With that, the callers come in. A good call from our patron saying, no, there's nobody else here. It's literally just me on the side, but it has sort of caught them in a bit of a two-way push here, and actually... Going from Arch, it's now all going to be down to Chopper. Not going to find anything. Mur finds the headshot. And now, well, I feel bad for Roman. He's going to be in a horrible situation. He is now holding from the ancient area, or the construction area, depending on what you call it. Going to miss the shots onto Mur. This is not good from the CT side. They're just not able to hit these important kills. Like, you feel like their Chopper could have at least found one. But there we go. That's at least the first. Roman going to be finding a kill. He does have a rotation coming in from Banana as well. El Patron. But look at Hootie. He's just holding this angle. But look at the snap from Roman, finding himself the headshot. It's now all down to Cody. A 1 versus 2. Can he clutch this out, or will we be finding a second round for Fluffy Gangsters? This is an important one for them. They are forcing. It looks like they're going to be pushing in. And El Patron will find the kill. 5-2. They are going to get the defuse. He has himself a kit. And that's now going to be another round on the board for Fluffy Gangsters. They need to capitalize now. They need to push forward because the T's, they still have a nice amount of money. JR can definitely afford another AWP if he chooses to do so, and he will. There won't be one for Little, though, so that's something he'll have to deal with. Not going to be able to afford his trusty AWP. Round number 8 coming in on the board, though. The buy still looking slightly better for the T side, but you have to remember, look at the nades. This is what I was saying before. There's a lot of grenades now on the CT side, so they will be able to slow down these pushes. The Molotovs, well, there's going to be a smoke on both players on the B side and one Molotov onto Chopper, so they've got a huge amount of time to waste with those nades. So I do feel like that they're much better equipped in this round actually than the last, even though they don't have that AWP. And just as said, one nade's going to go down. I think they actually pushed 2 at the same time. That may have been a little bit of a waste, but anyway, it will force the T's back nonetheless. Fluffy Gangsters. As said, if they can find at least 9 rounds, I'd say that they do have a good opportunity to find this on the T side. As I said, the pistol can be very crucial, but they're going to go aggressive. High risk there. They wanted to find out some information, and instead they've given away a kill to Arcade. As said, a high risk possible reward scenario. I wouldn't say high reward because they were just really looking to maybe find an entry kill, but instead they've given one away to the T side. They've used up their final smoke, and well, we're going to be seeing some nades thrown in onto the site. This will probably call in the player, the rotation player, and now we're actually seeing, it looks like Robo's getting ready to edge away, and just look at the slow play coming in from the T's. We're going to be seeing the push coming in, but it's only one player, and now we have to see the burst out onto the side from the remaining T's, otherwise the rotation will come in, and now is only El Patron. They've just completely played Fluffy Gangsters. Hootie not going to find the kill, though. He's still staying alive. Great work from El Patron. He finds himself another one, and the bomb is not going to be planted. He has absolutely saved this round for his team, and that's going to be, wow, a superb hold from El Patron. A crucial one as well, because because of him, they managed to save 4 weapons and grab them an AWP. Absolutely wonderful stuff. He manages to bring them another round, round number 3, and actually force the T's onto an eco. Perfect positioning, and considering it was basically a 1v4, he was the only one on the site. He managed just to take down 3 and not die. That's phenomenal playing. Well, have to sort of wonder why someone on Arcade wasn't able to trade that, but at the same time, you can't take away the aim here. We're going to see some aggression coming out from the CTs. As said, Little now, he has rotated his position over towards the B site, and well, the T's not expecting that. The aggression coming out from the CTs, they know that they're up against pistols. They just want to crush the Arcade boys back, and well, sort of ruin their confidence a little bit. I'm not sure it will, because as said, it's still a good start for the guys from Arcade. They've already got 5 rounds on the board. 3 of them are courtesy of the pistol, but still not bad nonetheless. And obviously if they take the next pistol, it doesn't matter too much. But here we go. Cassandra actually just going to go straight for the bomb plant. If he can get this, that'll be great for his team. But no, Robo says no. Computer says no. And he's going to get taken down. And that will be 5-4. Fluffy Gangsters close to retribution, bringing this back to 5-all. But the buy now will be coming in from the T side. Quite a few nades. As said, the CTs have now built up a bit of economy, courtesy of El Patron. And, well, that's going to be much, much better for them. They can now go for a 4-buy. Little's going to be able to afford an AWP and nades, which is always very important, because, yeah, it's fine having an AWP, but if you're lacking all the utility to almost slow down the remaining players, you sort of think that something has gone wrong. So this is going to be 5-4 now. Oh, wow, that's a lot of people spamming. I will ban them just the second this round is over. JR going to be finding the entry kill. Roman going to find one straight back, but the aggression coming out from the T side. Cassandra finds one. Little now the only player remaining on the site, and it is a 3 versus 3. Why do people feel the need to spam their stuff? They must realize that no one's ever going to click on them, right? And if anybody ever has clicked on them, shame on you. Here we go. The T side now pushing over towards A. They're going to have El Patron waiting for them in the pit again. Not switching up his position. But here we go. It's going to be down to Robo. He could self-flash him out, but he's not going to. He's going to retreat back onto the site. Double flash coming out. Hootie going to get taken down. Robo finishes him off. And what was that? 2 insta headshots coming out from the T side. They take the site, and now it's going to be Little. He has been good in these retakes so far, and he's got to find one of these kills quickly. Then they're going to do a bit of damage, but it looks like he's getting ready to push. Oh no, he's actually found a gap in the smoke, but he's not going to spot anything out. The flashbang going to slow him down a little bit more, and well, he should be able to afford an AWP in the next round. It's just whether or not he wants to give a free one over to the T side. As said, the T's, they're going to be finding, if they do win this one, a 6th round. He has got himself the P250. Mert is in a great position. I love this position on the site. And he's not going to have spotted the player walking past, though, until the very last second. He'll find that kill. Right, let's go and do a little bit of banning. Don't worry, guys. Just get rid of these spammers. Goodbye. Looks like he's gone. Anybody else? Yep, you. You're going. And is that all? No. This guy. How have you still posted again? I just banned you. Oh god, go away! Still not into the round. There we go. I'm going to have to go back into the game. But we're going to be seeing the buy coming out I said I should probably try and find someone who can mod the chat. I might do that after this game just because, well, people are a pain in the ass. But Patron almost getting taken down early on. He will get the finishing blow onto Hootie, though, so that is a good start to the round. As said, the CT side have been able to pull back into this one, but another dink coming in. Little surviving by the skin of his teeth, but he finds another kill, and that's the important thing. The T's, they don't have a huge amount of cash to play with. Obviously, they have already got 6 rounds on the T side, so that's not a bad start, but Roman, he's going to be waiting. There is still a huge chance, though, for these T players, just because there's so much damage already. Chopper getting ready to rotate just to be able to help a little bit. The AWP has switched up his position, going to be playing in Library, but we're going to be seeing the smoke thrown out. We're going to see Cassandra just flash straight through. Still on the edge of the smoke. I think he's almost wondering, how have I not reached the end of this just yet? Going to be jumping up, trying to spot someone over towards the Spalls area, but not going to see anyone just yet. Roman's still waiting towards the dark area. Hello, darkness, my old friend, but he's still out, and this is something that we may not expect. The smoke going to be coming in, and now it's going to be a 2 versus 3 on the site. We're going to be seeing some damage coming out, but here we go. It is down to Chopper and Roman on this side. The player in dark still hasn't revealed himself, and there we go. Roman peeks out, finds one. We're going to be seeing a double kill straight back, though, from Mur. He's going to be getting onto the site. The flashbang going to be thrown out and will blind up. And look at the 2 players. There's 2 very, very low players, so still a huge chance. But you have to remember, Robo has more health than everyone else in the whole game combined. So, JR, going to be finding one. That is Patron. A little bit of overkill. But it's not going to matter. We're going to be seeing... It's all down to Robo. He's got so much help. He does have Little, though, on the AWP. And there we go. Robo going to find the first, and a lovely shot comes out from Little. That's going to close out this round. A 5th round coming out from Fluffy Gangsters. And that's going to be 6-5. So far, it is looking like the lead is coming out for Arcade. The thing is, even these backwards and forwards rounds, it hurts their economy, but the fact is they don't really care too much as long as they're getting these rounds. So be able to go onto their CT side, if they can get 7 or 8, they're going to be over the moon. So the fact that they've still got the lead is a little bit scary. Fluffy Gangsters, they probably need to close this one out now, get to 9-6, just to make sure they do have a buffer. But there we go, aggression coming out from Little, but he is low on HP again. He keeps getting tagged straight off the bat from finding these initial frags, but there we go, the smoke coming out to allow him to push back, and that's, again, smart decisions coming out from Fluffy Gangsters. They've got the right idea, it's just that it seems like a lot of their execution has been lacking a little bit, and they're also investing an awful lot in that AWP, and it has been doing some nice work, but I don't know, I'm still skeptical about it. We're going to be seeing the push, the Tech-9s are there, Patron, he's been holding down this area very, very well so far. Whether he continued to do so, we will have to wait and see, but the push looks like it's going to be coming in. 3 players currently over towards the A side. It's going to make it very, very difficult, but there we go. JR, he's going to be pushing through, gets tagged down straight away. Little does rotate his position, and he is playing the position, or the idea that I wanted him to play, where he just switches up, and the T side just don't know where he's going. The only thing is, I feel like 6 rounds is already enough. So they're definitely gonna have to close these ones out. This will be problematic now for the T side if they do lose this round, because they're not gonna have a huge amount to play with. But the idea is to keep the CTs as low as possible. That flashbang actually only catching his teammates, and again, Patron, he's just so hard to clear out of this position. Finding his 2nd kill, and well, the bomb at least gonna go down. That will give them a little bit of money for Arcade, but well, I feel like at this point, pushing towards the A site is almost like suicide, because they can't clear him out of the pit area. They're going to need to have probably a decent amount of Molotovs if they're going to actually go about doing that, because he's just, every time he's in there, he finds himself kills, and, well, Little as well, playing the rotation, just also catches off. Even if he's catching a couple of people, that's still nice for the team, just to be able to have that little bit of fear. Like, Arcade are going to be thinking, okay, well, we've got to be careful wherever we go at the moment, because wherever we go, there could be an AWP. They are going to be going for a bit of a force into this one, keeping everybody over 2k, so they will be able to buy into the next round. But so far, well, the bomb, it looks like it's aggressing towards A, so it looks like they will be trying this again. El Patron doesn't have any head armor, so it will only take 1 bullet from the majority of distances to take him down. But let's see whether or not they can actually gather anything here. It looks like there's already 4 players over towards this side. They have, however, smoked out Little, and that's a great thing to do, but they're still not able to get rid of Patron. He's going to find 1, 2, Can he get himself the third? We're going to be seeing Coldy finding one. That will be Patron, but he's already done enough damage. And it's going to be down to Mur now. He's got himself an M4, no armor. And it's going to be very difficult for him to try and clutch this one out. It looks like Robo's getting ready, but look at all the players that are just slowly pushing in. Robo takes the pick. 7-6. Fluffy Gangsters finally managed to get themselves a lead. And, well, if they can get the last 2 rounds, get the pistol, they've definitely got a good chance on the T side. But we don't know how Arcade are going to play CT. If they play anything like Mirage, it's going to be a very difficult comeback. Don't forget, guys, whoever does go on to win this match, not this map, this whole match, best of 3, will be going into the final against Torpedo. And Torpedo yesterday, they didn't have a good first map against Empire, but after that they were pretty dominant, to be honest. Very, very good show from them. So here we go. We're going to be seeing aggressive push coming out from the CTs. They're smoking lower banana, not giving any control. But what that could mean is that the T's just go straight through the smoke, and it's exactly what they're going to do. Little, he's going to find a kill, playing well towards this archery. He also finds a second and the bomb. Lovely stuff from Little. He's going to make things very, very difficult. Robo gets taken down towards the site, but, well, 4 players now converging on the bomb. Little finds himself a third kill, and well, this is just magic from the AWP player. He does get taken down. JR finds another, but he's got 9 HP. Not going to be able to do anything, and well, the final bite is going to be weak. So Fluffy Gangsters at least giving themselves a good chance going onto the T side. They've had a nice string of rounds now, 7 if you don't include the one mistake in the middle. And well, Arcade, I feel like they'll be happy with this nonetheless, but it's definitely not all over for Fluffy Gangsters. As long as they get this last round, they're going to have a great chance going onto the T side, especially if they manage to take that pistol. But let's just see what happens in this round before we jump to any conclusions. The Tech 9s, the Deagle, and the Galil are going to be on. Looks like some slight aggression coming out from Little yet again. He's going to be playing, but he's going to be burning alive, and JR with the Deag finishes him off, so no AWP, but there we go. Chopper going to find himself one. He picks up the AWP just to almost stop the, smart play. He's going to be throwing it back. Absolute ingenious strategy from Chopper. He doesn't want them getting their hands on that AWP, and that would have been something that they would have relished having. As said, they don't have to commit just yet. They have gone and found themselves an entry kill. This will split the defense 2-2. But so far, they haven't managed to really get anywhere. They've got Banana to themselves, but it's this next threshold that can be very difficult. The Tech 9s, however, will be deadly if they can get close enough, and they do actually have Chopper playing very, very close. He still has some nades, though, a Molotov to play with. There's also a Molotov on Roman as well, so if they do plan to go aggressive, they may have to rush through quite a bit of nades to get there. Also, El Patron, he's bought himself a Zeus. I'd love to see a Zeus kill, but there we go. The Molotov going to be thrown out. The second one going to be thrown in. The T's throwing a couple out as well to force them out of position, but they're not going to be able to go aggressive, and that's the problem. The Molotovs have slowed them down enough that now the rotation's coming in. One player coming in, going to be flashing through. We're going to be seeing the push onto the site, and here we go. Aggression coming out. It's going to be down to Cody. He's going to go forward, find a nice tag, and find himself a kill, but there's a couple coming in the meantime, and now he's in a 1 versus 3. Not a bad half in the end for Fluffy Gangsters, considering how far down they were at the beginning. 5-1 it was, bring it back 9-6, and now they're going to have to go onto the T side. Obviously, if they lose this map, Arcade take the best of 3 and go on to the final versus Torpedo. As said, guys, well, make sure you check me out on Twitter, !Casters. Tell me what you think's going to happen. But here we go, guys, waiting for the second half to begin. Obviously, it's up to Arcade to really show themselves on the CT side. They are 3 rounds down now, but there is a good T half coming out from them. For anybody who wants to give me any feedback, it is greatly appreciated. You can tweet at me. And, oh my goodness, why are there people spamming again? I've got a few seconds to just ban a few of them. Go away. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely ridiculous. There we go. Well, we're going to be finding a couple of people banned there. Sorry, guys. Don't know why this is happening so much. But there we go. Hootie going to be buying the kit. He's the utility player. We're also going to have utility on El Patron. And he'll be buying up a smoke. It does look like they're going to be going aggressive towards the site. The P site, that is. The kit is going to be over towards there as well. But no real damage coming in just yet. We're going to be seeing some kills going for the CT side, but there's Mer. He's still surviving. I'm not quite sure how, and the rotation is coming in the meantime, with nobody really dying yet for the CT side, although Mer and Hootie are both low. JR, he doesn't want to walk into that spray, and Little's just holding them out of the site at the moment, which is important. But here we go. The aggression coming out from JR. He's going to get taken down. They've got 2 players currently watching this. Roman and Chopper doing some great work. Cody going to be pushing in from behind, but he's a little bit late to the party, finding himself one. As said, there is still a kit now. Cassandra, he finds another one for Cody, and only 1 player remains now. The kit still in play. Cassandra going to find it, and that's going to be the pistol round going to the CT side. They've got enough time to defuse this, and that will be round number 1 of the second half going to the CT side. Nine to 7. The bomb does go down for the T side. Wasn't the best hold with the pistols in the end. It started off so well, but they weren't able to take out the final 2 players. We're going to be seeing Cassandra with a nice little smoke here going all the way over into Banana. Obviously going to let go of that because we have had a few times where we've been looking from the perspective of the smoke, which is not always the most exciting place to be looking. But as you can see, we already see a couple of M4s. This is just a slight buy coming in. Nice start for JR, going to be finding himself 1 and a second. These should just be easy kills for him just because there is no armor on any of these players. He's going to be going again, find himself a 3rd, so nice money made, and then Mer's going to push in and find himself another. They should buy up and upgrade these SMGs because they know there's going to be the AK buy coming in. This is the standard meta at the moment after you win a round, and there we go. What will JR buy? Will he buy an AWP, glass cannon, or will he go for the M4? He's going to go with glass cannon, so going for the risk here. Let's see where he opts to go. As said, I don't feel that it's particularly necessary, but, well, going towards Banana, this could be a good aggressive push. It does depend. From the spools area, it can actually be very difficult to actually defend this. But here we go. Aggression coming out from the T side. He's going to get flashback, have to rotate away. And here we go. Let's see what the T's can do here. A nice entry kill onto JR. That's a great start for Fluffy Gangsters. We're going to be seeing Hootie only managing to find 1, and now the retake's going to have to come in. And as said, that AWP, a huge investment, didn't manage to do anything in the round in the end. We're going to be seeing the nades come in. Actually going to bounce back and do some team damage instead. But, well, a 3 versus 4 situation for Fluffy Gangsters. A lot for them to do here. The retake coming in from Arcade. And it looks like, no, they're actually going to go and save. So, maybe a smart decision here. Let's see whether or not this will pay off for them. I'm just going to quickly... You'll see a little bit of lag. I'm tabbing out just to ask for some mods. So, hopefully, somebody will be able to supply. As said, I don't really want to be tabbing out. I want to kind of do the job of the talking bit. I like the talking bit. Quite good at it, I think. Well, I'm quite good at talking. Whether it's actually interesting to listen to, I'm not so sure. But at the same time, it's a lot of fun. But there we go. Fluffy Gangsters taking another round, bring themselves up to 10 to 8. So they are in the lead now. This is a map that they need to win. We're going to be having a buy coming out from the CT side. Quite a few names actually brought up there. So they are now not going for that AWP. So let's see what JR can do with a FAMAS. And what the all-important nades are in. That's what I'm thinking here. They did go a little bit over-aggressive with the peak from JR. Actually, he gets taken down very, very early on. But it does look like some aggression going towards the B side yet again. But the majority of the players are going to be pushing up middle. And, well, look at this. Already going for the take. JR, he's going to be in position here. But the double Molotov's going to force Cassandra out. A nade coming back in. Robo gets tagged down to just 2 HP, and what it looks like they're going to be rotating away, and look what Hootie, he's going to be walking into an absolute trap here. He's going to spot the players trying to run away, just like, no. Here comes the smoke. That needs to be thrown out. The nade, there we go. They're going to be throwing that out too. A nice amount of damage from that, and although like the kills are in favor of the T side, the CTs have the majority of the health. And I do wonder if the T slightly overthought this one, because they could have actually just continued onto the A site. Mer going to be waiting on the edge of the smoke. We do still have little with the Molotov, but or with the AWP, I should say. I saw the Molotov and just decided that that would be the word I'd say, although that's not what I meant to. So anyway, it's going to be with the AWP. He's holding the angle, but not actually going to be able to spot anything just yet. Can he find this kill onto Mer? He obviously knows where to peek. And he knows he's there, but he can't quite see him. And there we go. Little going to find a second entry kill for the T side. And now they are going to be bombarding their way onto this site. There is a crossfire at the moment, though. JR and Hootie. Little going to be trying to find himself this kill, but JR just going to go straight through. But there we go. Hootie finds one. Can he find anything more? The flashbang going to be thrown out. He still has support, but he got tagged quite badly from that nade. The other nade going to come in, and he will get Kobe'd out. However, we're going to see Coldie in the meantime fire one, but we also have JR, who went down in the midst of everything. A difficult retake for him, but he does have the health advantage. He's got himself a kit. No nades to play with on either side. The AWP will be in position holding towards Banana, and well, not going to hit the shot. Coldie manages to get through, and that's crucial. That could have been an easy kill for Little, but never mind. Chopper's going to push him from behind. He finds the kill. 11-8. Fluffy Gangsters taking a 3-round lead on the T side. And now we're actually going to be seeing an Eco coming out, and this is where the problems can start to arise for any CT side on Inferno. Is if you just don't have the money to actually purchase what you need for your defense, everything could go wrong. We're going to be seeing an A stack coming out. One player over towards B will be Mur. He does have himself a Deagle, but he's going to have to do some happy style of play if he's going to be able to win them this round. We're going to see the entry kill coming onto JR. Soon, the T's will realise that this is just an eco round. Can't expect too much out of Arcade at the moment, but wow, it's starting to get to the position where Fluffy Gangsters could actually take this on the T side. Should be getting up to 12 rounds in this scenario, unless something goes catastrophically wrong. But there we go. We're going to see Colty find one. But there we go. It's going to be the take from Chopper. And well, this round should be over soon, unless Coldie can do some real damage with this D. Chopper giving him props for that one. He takes his head clean off. I doubt he'll be getting a response just yet, but we do have still a couple of Deagles in play. Oh, just going to miss the timing. Not quite there for Mur. And, well, they don't have a kit. But there we go. Coldie finds one. He's going to find a second. Can he find himself the third? Coldie! Deagle ace! I said they need to show some happy style of play, and that is exactly what you call that. Deagle ace from Arcade. Coldie stepping up like a boss. That was crazy. Oh my goodness, so many spammers. Just open the chat for a second. Go away, spammers. It looks like some of them are getting banned now, which is a good thing. But here we go, back into the game. We're going to be seeing goodbye coming in from the CT side. Coldie really did take that one for his team. An ace with the dig. Phenomenal stuff. We're going to see JR back on the AWP, and actually a bit of a force buy coming in now for the T's. They're not going to be able to afford too much. Patron only with the P250 gets tagged down very, very low. Never really see the point of buying a worn whiteout, because the whole point of the gun is that it's white, and maybe that's just me. It's just, I don't need to comment on the skins, but we're going to be having a couple of players pushing towards Banana. There's going to be a lot on Little, because the fact is he could have dropped a Galil or something here instead, but he's gone for the AWP, so they are relying a lot on him. He is currently top fragging for the team, 19-12, so there is some sort of expectation here, but if they do get reset, the CTs can build up a nice amount of economy. As said, we already have a tag onto El Patron, and well, at the moment there's still quite a few nades. 4 Molotovs still in the hands of the CT side. Make that down to 2 now, but well, let's see how this push comes in. It looks like there's already 3 players over towards the B site, ready and waiting. The smoke's going to come out, and this will be an aggressive peek. I think that's gone way too far. Was that intentional? It looks like JL's just going to find himself a nice easy kill. The Molotov's going to throw out to give him defense to run back. Hootie going to take one more. Double spray. Hootie finds 3. And now, easy stuff. Little manages to get 1 in the meantime, but Hootie just spraying down the whole team pretty much. And now the T side, they're not going to have much to play with at all. This is the chance for Arcade to bring this back to 11-all. And, well, they are on the favoured side of the map, so it does seem like that Deagle Ace could be one of the major changing factors in this game. Phenomenal stuff from Coldie. I still can't believe I got to witness that. If that's not in a highlight reel soon, there's something wrong with the world. Here we go. We're going to be seeing the push coming in towards the A site from the T side. They don't have much to play with here. There's no nades at all. They have a Deagle 2 Deagles actually, and a tech, and then just a P250. But here we go. Push coming in. Cassandra, triple headshot to start things off. Patron, he's going to be low as well. Cassandra, can we see another ace? I doubt it. I think Little's going to be pushing into JR's crosshair relatively soon. And Mur pushes out in front of him and gets taken down. Is that the timing there? JR going to be missing the shot. Chance for Little to do a bit more damage, but he's going to pull out the USP, and that will be 11-all. 4 players surviving. Quad kill for Cassandra, just in 1 spray. And that's now... Well, this is where Fluffy Gangsters need to make their stand. The CT side starting to build up an economy that, well, if they win too many more rounds cleanly, it will be almost impossible to break. And, well, we need to see that soon. We need to see something big coming out from the T side. We're going to see the smoke, long-range smoke coming out. We know where that's going. We watched it a few rounds ago. Smoking out Banana. It has gone deep, but... Well, no, it hasn't gone deep. It's gone just in the normal position. But they're going to go straight through. This is pure aggression coming out. We're going to be seeing some nades to try and slow down this push. The smoke going to come out. And, well, are they going to go through this one as well? They're now kind of caught in a little bit of a limbo between 2 smokes. The bomb going to be rotating back. And it looks like the early steam from their push has been thwarted. A nice dunk onto Mur. He's got to be careful holding this position because he did it before. And the second he moved his head, he got AWP'd. So I don't feel like he'll want to make that same mistake again. Flashbang getting ready to be thrown out. But that they have called out some smokes very early here. And that's an important factor. Hootie still has himself one. But in the meantime, it looks like the bomb is gathering its way back up towards Banana. 2 players on the site currently, but there's still the rotator of JR. But he looks like he's edging towards the A site. 40 seconds left. And, well, maybe the T's have had the same idea. They do look very skeptical at the moment in which way to actually go. Cassandra, I'm not quite sure what he's doing here. I suppose maybe the sort of tactic is if that I can't see them, they can't see me. But here we go. The push now looks like it will be going into the A side. Cassandra's position not going to be checked. He finds himself 2. That's a great start for the CT side. Cody, he's in a good position, but he's got to play it very, very well. Can he find the shot? Not going to find anything yet, but he finds 1. Can he find a second? Yes, he can, and there's just no time. Guy with the Deeg, not going to find it. Little is all that remains. He's going to get attacked, but he's got to go for the plant. I think he might have exactly enough time to get the bomb down. Now he's in a position very hard to hold on to. Hootie will take the round, and the bomb plant will possibly allow them to get a buy. I think it will give them just enough money that they can go for some AKs. So 12 to 11. The bomb plant important there, but great work from Cassandra to slow down the push. Just not enough time in the end. Well, they had enough time to get the bomb down, but not enough time to make it a successful round. Now Arcade, they take the lead back after a long time in the shadows. I think they haven't been winning since, well, probably about the middle of the first half, but they do bring it back. They've got quite a bit of cash saved up on a couple of players, a few over 7 grand. And now we are waiting for Fluffy Gangsters to try and switch things up. The entries onto the site weren't bad. It was just that every trade seemed to be 1 trade for 2 kills, or just taking a little bit too long to sort of close down the angles. The player from Balcony, if he'd pushed with the players from going on to short, then they probably would have had Cody a lot quicker. And that was, it wasn't the fact that Cody got 1 kill. Yeah, that was problematic. But the fact that he just lasted long enough that they couldn't properly push forward without walking into his crosshair, it meant Little was sort of in limbo. But, well, we're going to be seeing, again, just very passive pushes coming in. Doesn't really make too much sense, that sentence, but you get the idea. They're playing very, very slowly. They don't want to get caught out by any CT aggression. And, well, they're just sort of waiting to see if there is any aggression from the CT side. Because so far, they've been playing very, very passive, but it seems to be working okay. At the start of the round, they did have their problems. After the 3rd round AK buy, things went very, very wrong. But let's see. The flashbang going to be coming out from Cassandra. He swapped up his position. He's going to find 1, not a second this time. And JR is hiding through the smoke. Robo going to be going straight through the arches. And now they may be able to pincer him. But no, JR is going to find himself the kill. But here we go. This is the possibility for the B split. One of the things that can be very difficult. But 25 seconds left. They've got to make a move somewhere. It has to be towards B. The bomb can't possibly rotate all the way over. But here we go. We're going to be seeing 1. Mur finds himself a kill. Now Hootie. Can he find anything more? No, he's going to get taken down. The T's going to be finding the kills. They're going to get the bomb down. They brought it back to a 2v2. So this is a huge round for both teams. The CT side, they'll be able to buy nonetheless. But if the T's lose this, they're going to be fighting off with the loss bonus yet again. Coldy going to be pushing in. Little turns his back at the wrong time. And now it's all down to Chopper. The Tech 9 versus the AWP. Arcade are going to find their 13th round. And, well, as said, the loss bonus is at 3,400 now. We will be seeing a pretty decent buy come out from the T side. But the buys aren't going to matter if they can't win the rounds. 3 rounds needed. 5 rounds left. Will we be going to overtime, or will Arcade be able to close this best of 3 out? Or will we be going straight to Dust 2? I would be interested to see that map, but either way, we're going to be seeing a best of 3 versus Torpedo coming up next, and they did look good yesterday. Not so much in the first map of Mirage, but once we got past that, things went very, very well. But we're going to be seeing Little. He picks himself up the entry kill. That's a good start for the T's, a necessary start. They need to be getting these kills underway, and it is JR as well, who's currently top of the board. Coldy, well, obviously he had that ace, but there we go. He's going to get taken down as well, so this is a much better round. But Cassandra going to go with the AWP. He's going to find the bomb and get himself a kill. So a 4 versus 3. Roman is low. He's going to need some help. If he can find himself another pick, that would be absolutely wonderful, and he does. Cassandra doing some work now. Another kill for Cassandra. Is it going to be another clutch play? The flashbang comes out. The bomb will be going down. The final player is going to start rotating in, but let's look at what we're going to be seeing here. Mur finds one. The last player over towards the pit. Can we see something from Chopper? He's always seemed to be the last player in this scenario. They're going to be waiting for the push, but no! He finds one, and now it's all down to Hootie. The nade's going to be thrown in, but so far these nades have done next to nothing. Hootie going to have to win this Angel. I feel like the best scenario may just be to go aggressive. He's going to shoot his gun. He knows exactly where he is. Chopper, he's just playing this so calm. He has no idea where he is. I think he may have just spotted out his head. And actually, it looks like Hootie's going to be running away. Doesn't have time. Going to save the AWP. And perfect place from Chopper. He wins the round for the T's. They lose all the weapons. And now they're going to be playing again just off the money in the round. But, well, the T's, they're still going to be able to... CT's going to be able to buy back up. So will the T's. But definitely not with the same level of nades or weaponry that they had in the previous round. No AWP for Little, so a lot smaller chance that he'll be finding those entry kills. And Patron, he's actually going for the Tech 9 and some nades instead. Although he doesn't buy himself a Molotov, which seems a little bit odd. I'm not sure why they decided to do that, but... Push. Edging towards Banana yet again. Fluffy Gangsters winning an important round, but they do have to capitalize on it, or they will be reset. Hootie going to be throwing out a flash. And this does give his teammate a chance to peek. And they're going to be spotting out the players. The smoke will go down. And, well, just maybe a nade just to try and do a bit of damage. Going to be finding a bit onto our patron, but not too much to really cause any trouble just yet. As said, he is the one without the rifle. He's going to be running and gunning. And, well, there's still quite a few nades on these players on the B side. We've got a Molotov and another smoke. Actually... Do we have 2 Molotovs? Yeah, we do. And don't forget, we also have slight aggression coming into apartments, supporting each other, making sure that nobody can push up. Actually looking quite high, just because he knows they have to jump onto the upper bit of the balcony. So taking that one relatively passively, but I think it is a good position. Unfortunately, nobody's pushing in that direction. Now the Molotov comes out, and it really is going to come down to a point where if they rotate any more players up, like if they rotate JR over... it would be perfect. If he just throws a long-range smoke, he could completely ruin their round. But we're going to be seeing the smoke comes in. Now it's going to be down. There's going to have to be a quick take. There's only 25 seconds left on the clock. Chopper going to be finding the first, but we see Mur finding one. Another one coming in from Cassandra from the back, but the trades will come in. It now go down to a 2 versus 2. Little and Roman versus JR and Coldy. JR and Coldy have been the top players on their team, with Cassandra... well, actually fragging the most in the game, but let's see whether or not JR can find himself a pick. The Molotov going to push out one. Roman going to get taken down. Little to try and save his team. Coldy going to get tagged. They now know exactly where he is. JR going to be going aggressive, and he takes him down. What a shot from JR. And that's going to be the 14th round for Arcade. Round 27 coming up. And, well, Little... they asked just a little bit too much of him to win that 1 versus 2, and this is the reset that the T's were worried about. They may have to force into this one. Either that or they will be fighting for overtime. And yeah, here we go. The force coming in. This could be the beginning of the end for Fluffy Gangsters, putting up a much better show on Inferno. Unfortunately, I feel like the CT side may have just been lacking just a little bit too much. If they could have got a couple more rounds, they could have closed this one out. But, well, let's see what they can do. It's not over until it's over. 2 AKs still on their side. Little actually playing with a P250. And I do always find it odd when you have your best player, well, currently your top fragger anyway, not on a proper gun. That always kind of bemuses me. The only real logic I can see behind it is that either you don't want to drop the confidence of your other players, which when it comes down to crunch time, I don't think should matter at all, or you kind of think along the lines of, oh, he's hitting his shots, he can hit his shots with a P250. And at the same time, I still feel like he should be the one having the AK. Cassandra playing this position again, I feel like they should check it. Roman is looking in that direction. They don't have a Molotov to push him out of it, though. And that's going to make things much, much more difficult. Roman's still looking in this position. They have smoked off the arch side at the moment, but it looks like Chopper's getting ready to flash him in. This is going to be an important position, but actually, no. They're changing their mind. The bomb's still in the apps area. I'm not really sure what they're going for. And the time has bit them before. I came very, very close to not getting the bomb down when it was little, and well, he was in a scenario where it just became too risky and they rushed things. But 30 seconds now on the clock. It looks like this is going to be a fake with 3 players, but let's see whether or not it will actually do anything here. The push is going to be coming in. First kill goes to Mer, second kill goes to Hootie, and well, the rotation is going, but it looks like there's still one player here. Coldy, he's going to be pushing away. He may hear them drop. He's still going to be waiting. He's going to get caught in the back, and they now know where this push is coming in. But in the meantime, Roman finds another kill. It is going to be a 3 versus 2 in favor of the T's. Very good round from them. JR missing a shot. And that could be costing them the round, because now Little knows exactly where he is. And this is a really important round. Little finds himself a kill with the P250, and Robo finishes one off. A great round coming out from Fluffy Gangsters. The fake working perfectly, catching out Coldy. And now the CT economy isn't looking too good. Will they save on this one? It looks like they will, so they're going to be bringing this back to 14-14. This really is anybody's game at this point. Arcade, they win this, they go 2-0. They lose this, and Fluffy Gangsters get to take this to Dust 2. Fluffy Gangsters definitely putting on much more of a show there. Lovely round for them, but we're going to see some aggression coming in. GR going very, very aggressive. Finds himself 1 and 2. Can he get himself the 3rd? No, he can't, but he's done a decent service for his team to start off the round. What is with these Deagles today? We're going to see some more aggression. Robo finding the even fragger. Patron going to be moving back that AWP. Doesn't want to even give a chance of that being picked up. Still a 3 versus 3. Coldy has himself that Deagle as well, and we've already seen... well, we've already seen him get 5 kills with it. Why wouldn't we see him get 3? Just going to put that thought in your head. 14-13, Arcade. Still in the lead. Very, very difficult for them to actually try and take this one. "45 seconds coming up on the clock. It looks like the push will be coming in towards this side. The Deagle is not there. It's only the USPs. They can set up a bit of a crossfire. They can at least give Coldy a chance on the retake, but at the moment the Molotov's going to be thrown in. This should be a round, but look at where Hootie is. This is a nice position. I don't know if they'll check. He's missing the shots, but he's going to find a couple of headshots. What is this? The pistol doing work. Mer just trying to save time, but now it's going to be a 1v1. Robo. He should be able to clutch this one out, right? He's going to actually play the time, and this gives Coldy a great chance to get into position. He's going to hear the bomb going down. Is he going to find this shot? He's missing, but he will close this out. Coldy again. 15th round on the board. They've won 2 rounds now with the sheer pistols. Oh my goodness me. Fluffy Gangsters, you're breaking my heart here. Having a good T side when it counts, but when they're coming up against these pistols, they're just throwing the rounds away, and well, the buy will come in for both teams. Really, Coldy. Really? They're actually, I think... no, they're actually not going to pick it up. I was thinking that might have been a bit of a misbuy, but that's a lot of money they've just burnt. If they do lose this round, they're actually going to be on an eco now, so they better make sure they win this one. Otherwise, that will be quite a funny way to actually ruin your economy. But Mer playing aggressive. Going into the sandbags area. It can be very good without any Molotovs, and there aren't any on the T side. 2 players currently taking over the apps, but to be honest, we've only seen aggression from the CT side in apps once, and nobody went in their direction, so since then they've just sort of abandoned it, which is fine. A passive hold of the A site can be very effective, and it has been so far. Already got themselves 9 rounds on the second half. Is exactly what Fluffy Gangster's got, but let's see. Will Mer take himself this kill? Patron, he's not looking in the right direction. Is he going to check? He is, but it's a little bit too late. Mer takes the entry kill. Cassandra finds a second. Roman going to be pushing into the apartments area. The bomb going to be picked up towards the T-spawn. A minute left on the clock. The T's have plenty of time. We're going to see the aggression coming out from Little. He has himself an AWP, but the CTs, they're just playing so passive. They've got a 2-man advantage, and Coldie going to take him down. This man has been on fire in this best of 3. Said he needed to step up from yesterday, and he has done just that. A 2 versus 5. Can the remaining players do this? No. Cassandra going to take down one. And now it is the man who's always left at the end. Going to be pushing towards this site. Can he take this? 20 seconds. A nigh on impossible task. He's going to at least grab himself an AK. And well, this is the YOLO moment. Going to be pushing in. Going to find nothing. Hootie finishes this off. A 16-30. Much closer encounter. Don't forget, guys. !caster. You can check me out. I'm going to try and ban some of those spammers and possibly get someone in the chat to mod, because this is a pain. But anyway, we'll be back shortly. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We will be back with Arcade versus Torpedo. Whoever wins that game will be into the LAN and playing in $100,000 prize pool. A lot of stake here, guys. Make sure you don't go anywhere.